Hi everyone, it's me Brenda and welcome to another cooking video. Today we will be making a tofu omelet. I know. You're probably wondering, how are you going to make that? It's so easy and I will show you how to do it. Very simple ingredients, but again, when it comes to the vegetable aspect of this omelet, you can use whatever vegetable that you like. What I use is not necessarily what you have to use. If you don't like mushrooms, don't use mushrooms. If you like tomatoes, add tomatoes. Completely and utterly up to you. So the ingredients that I am using today, I'm going to start with tofu. So the tofu I'm using today is a variety that's in the water, as you can hear. And the reason for that is that when we blend it, there's still some moisture to it, and it makes it easier to make the omelet. As opposed to if you were doing a tofu stir fry, you want the pressed tofu that is not sitting in its own water. And yeah, the second thing we are using are mushrooms. If you don't like mushrooms, you don't have to eat them. And these mushrooms I've probably seen, you know, better days are about almost time to be thrown away, but we don't throw away food, so we are still going to use them. They're still good. And then we have what I found in the fridge, a kind of wrinkly leftover green pepper. Still good. We're not going to throw it away. We're going to use it. A fresh red onion. A container of spinach that, yeah, it's seen better days as well, but still good. Don't throw it away. And I'm going to top the omelet off with not so fresh green onions, but once you peel that off, this part is still fresh. Don't throw it away. And I'm going to use cheese. And today's dairy-free cheese is from Earth Island. It is like a sharp cheddar, delicious. You can use whatever plant-based cheese you have. I'm also going to add some nutritional yeast because B12, it's a good supplement for B12, and it's delicious. And the spices I'm going to need is salt, the usual suspects, garlic, pepper, turmeric. That makes it yellow. And then whatever plant-based milk you have on hand. Mine today is a sugar-free oat milk, but whatever one that you have, soy will work, almond will work. Just try not to use like a vanilla or hazelnut, obviously, because this is not a sweet dish. This is a savory dish. And a non-stick pan. Because we are making an omelet and it has to be able to flip, you have to use a non-stick pan. It will help you tremendously. And then a blender to blend this. And yeah, so we will start with the blender portion of it. So I will show you that in the next clip. Okay, so here we have basically the easiest part of making this tofu omelet, which is throwing things in the blender. So here I have the blender top, and I want to show you how to open this, well, how I open it, and how easy it is to use. I know a lot of people are afraid of tofu. Don't be. So I use a serrated knife, and over the sink, of course, because it's sitting in water, right? So you do that. And it's pretty soft, which is what you want. So I'm just gonna cube it up and throw it in the blender. That's the first step. Now the second step is gonna be to add the plant-based milk. I am using a 1/4 cup. If you need more, add more. You'll see when you blend it. I'm gonna add some nutritional yeast. I'm not gonna measure the yeast, just that much. And now time for the spices. So I'm going to use a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I'm not gonna measure the pepper because I love pepper. If you don't add it. Garlic, you have to add garlic, of course. And then turmeric. And why I chose to wear white today while using turmeric, I don't know. Don't do that. So this is what makes the tofu turn yellow, which makes it look like eggs. So I think this is also about a teaspoon of turmeric. And also turmeric is extremely healthy. It's good for inflammation, to lower your blood pressure. Very, very good stuff. And that's it. So now we are going to blend this. So let's go watch how to do that. So now we're gonna blend this until it is smooth. It does not take a long time at all. I would say probably 30 seconds, but of course this depends on the type of blender that you have. Here is the consistency. That's what you're looking for. And I did have to add a splash of milk because the 1/4 cup was not enough. So keep that in mind. Okay, now we can start making the omelet. As you can see, I put on an apron because I don't want to stain my white shirt. So I put a tiny bit of oil in here, and I'm talking like maybe 3 drops of oil, as you can tell, see? And I did cut up the vegetables, and here there's red onion, mushroom, green pepper, and some spinach. So the first step, oh, and you're gonna need a spatula. The first step is to pour your liquid tofu, also known as your omelet. That's what you want. Make sure that it's even, like so. Isn't that crazy? And then you're gonna add, I forgot the cheese. Now you're gonna add on just one side your vegetables of choice. Again, this could be whatever vegetable that you want. I'm just gonna use my hands because that's how I cook. Spinach. And as for heat, I have it on 8 on this side. So a medium high. Like so. Okay. Then we go ahead and add the cheese. If you don't like vegan cheese or you don't have any, you don't have to put it in here. Up to you. This is my favorite of the cheddars. And there we have it. And then with a spatula, what you're gonna do is just go around. Like so. But this is a very good non-stick pan, so it does not stick. I hope I did not just jinx myself. So here you let this cook on the medium high for about 5 to 7 minutes, but keep an eye on it. I will come back when it's time to flip. Okay, so about 5-7 minutes, and you can see why it's important to have a non-stick pan. This is why. So now it's time for the flip, and how you know it's ready, take your spatula. If you can do this, if you can lift it, look how gorgeous that is, first of all. And also, if it's not, I don't know what term to use, but if it's not like jiggly on top, it is time to flip. If you do like it a little bit more moist, that's up to you. I like it completely cooked like so. And here is the big test, is now you have to flip this on top of it. If you don't know how to do that, it's fine. Just take your spatula, grab this, and just flip it over. I just want to be dramatic, so here we go. And here we go, there's your omelet. Now I'm gonna cook it for an additional 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, now after 2-3 minutes, you flip it again and look at your omelet. It is now time to serve your omelet. The magic of tofu. And now it's time to taste it, but before I do, I forgot to mention that this makes 2 big omelets, not just one. And also, the reason that I made this is I did do a poll to see what it is that people wanted to see more of. And breakfast was probably the most popular, which made me think that a lot of you are trying to steer away from eating eggs. And that is amazing. I'm not going to go in details about the egg industry, but it is extremely cruel and not necessary. So I'm happy that you guys are going to try this. If you do try it, please tag me and let me know if you did enjoy it. And here we go, we're going to take a bite. And if you're here just to see what kind of food that I make, I appreciate it. If you're here just because you're curious to see how I make videos, thank you. If you are watching just because you think all of this is not cool or whatever and you're just wanting to make fun of me, thank you, because you're still giving me likes and views. Whatever reason you're here, I appreciate you. Not even normal how good that is. Thanks for watching, guys.